Have you ever wondered if that knowledge you have about AI could, actually become a real side income? Well, we're about to break down a real data-backed success story. And we're not talking theory here. This is the exact blueprint of how one person is earning some serious cash every single month right now just by teaching AI. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, let's just put the number right out there. $6,100 a month. And get this, that's not some far off goal or a one-time thing. That's the average monthly income we're going to dissect. It's real. And the best part, the path to get there is surprisingly simple to follow.
So, who is this person making all this money? Well, meet Tom. He's a 31-year-old software developer. But here's the kicker, and this is probably the most important part of this whole story. He started from absolute zero. I'm talking no students, no online presence, no teaching experience whatsoever. He was just a guy who knew his stuff with AI and saw a gap in the market. That's what makes this so achievable.
So, where does that 6 grand plus a month actually come from? Well, it's not all from one place, and that's the really smart part. Tom built a really solid, resilient business by creating count 'em, four different income streams. Let's take a look at how it all adds up.
This chart breaks it all down perfectly. So the biggest chunk, 40%, that's from his online courses. That's his make money while you sleep engine, right? Then you've got 35% from one-on-one tutoring. That's his active, hands-on income. Group workshops pull in a very respectable 15%. And that final 10%, that's from high-ticket corporate training. You see how he's mixed it up? That diversification is why his income is so stable.
Now, this table really gets into the strategy. It's all about the trade-offs. Look at the online courses. You put in the work up front, but then it's a super low time investment each week with massive scalability. You can sell it to 10 people or 10,000. Now, compare that to tutoring. It's a huge time investment and you can't really scale it. You only have so many hours in a day. So you see what he's doing? He's using the active work for that immediate cash flow, while the passive stuff builds his wealth over the long haul. It's brilliant. Okay, so you've seen a proof, you've seen the numbers. Now for the $1,000,000 question, or the $6,100 question. How did he actually do it? And the best part is, this wasn't just luck. There was a method to the madness. We've actually broken it all down into a simple 4-step blueprint. This is the roadmap from idea to income.
So here it is, the whole game plan. Step 1, find your niche. You got to know exactly who you're talking to. Super important. Step 2, build your toolkit. This is just getting the basic tech you need. Step 3, launch your first product. For Tom, that was his online course. And then, once that's up and running, you move to step 4, scale with services. That's where the tutoring and workshops come in to really boost your income. See, it's a really logical flow from one step to the next.
All right, let's talk about that toolkit. I know, the phrase teaching infrastructure sounds kind of big and expensive, right? But it's really not. Tom runs his entire business on just a few cheap tools. He uses Teachable for his courses, ChatGPT Plus to help create content, and Zoom for his live calls. And the total cost for all of it? Around $180 a month. I mean, seriously, the barrier to entry for a business that makes this much money is ridiculously low. And this number, wow, this just shows you the power of what we were just talking about. When you're making $6,100 a month and your costs are only $180, your return on investment is a mind-blowing 3,389%. That is just insane. It really goes to show you how profitable a lean digital business like this can be. Now, I've got to be real with you. This did not happen overnight. And this timeline is super important to look at. Month 1, 0, nothing. That was all set up. But then look, by month 2, he's already at $1,200. And you can see that steady climb all the way up. This isn't some get-rich-quick thing. It's about consistent work that pays off and builds over time.
Okay, so we've got the model, we've got the method, we have the car, but how do you get gas in the tank? The engine for any business, especially a side hustle, is finding paying customers. So where do Tom's students actually come from? Let's dig in.
And just like his income, his client sources are diversified too. He's not putting all his eggs in one basket. So 40%, a huge chunk, just come from people finding him on the Teachable platform itself. Another 30% comes from the freelance marketplace Upwork, where he's out there actively pitching clients. And the last 30% is a mix of good old-fashioned referrals and people finding him on LinkedIn. The key takeaway, never rely on just one way to find customers. But it's not just where he finds them, it's how he talks to them. This is so important. Check out this line from one of his successful Upwork proposals. He doesn't just say, "Hey, I'm an AI teacher." No way. He says, "My students typically save 10 plus hours per week." Boom. He's not selling the lesson, he's selling the result. He's selling them back their time. That right there is a masterclass in how to sell value. He's also super smart about his pricing. So yeah, you can book a single session, but he also offers this 4-session package at a slight discount. And this is so clever because it's not just about giving a deal, it gets people to commit, which means his revenue becomes more predictable and he gets to work with clients long enough to actually get them those big results. It's a total win-win.
All right, we've gone through the what, the how, and the why of Tom's success. But now it's time to talk about the most important person here, you. This next part is your action plan. Think of it as your personal launchpad to get you off the ground. But first, I want you to just pause for a second and ask yourself a serious question. What's the one thing that's holding you back from trying something like this? Is it thinking you don't have enough time? Or maybe that little voice in your head saying you're not an expert enough? Whatever it is, just naming it, that's the first step to getting past it. Okay, you ready to get started? I'm going to give you 3 ridiculously easy steps you can do, like today, right after you finish this. First, just decide on your niche. Who do you want to help? Just one group of people. Second, go sign up for a free trial of Teachable and Canva. It's free, 0 risk. And third, open up ChatGPT and just ask it to outline a simple mini course for you. Seriously, you could knock all 3 of these out this afternoon and build some real momentum. Let me just leave you with this one last thought. The people who really succeed, people like Tom, they don't sit around waiting for the perfect plan or the perfect time. They don't wait until they feel like they have some expert certificate. They just start. They figure it out as they go. Honestly, that first step is the hardest part of the entire journey. So what are you waiting for?